Hello, this is Thomas, K4SWL. If you're new here, I like to do real-time, real-life amateur radio field activation videos. And today, I'm at the James Polk birthplace, a historic site here in North Carolina, almost in South Carolina. And I've never activated this park. I'm really excited to do it. I just spent some time in the visitor center speaking with the staff, who are just amazing, super friendly. And I highly recommend you come out to this park, which is actually in a really urban part. It's sort of out on the outskirts of Charlotte, but you'd never really know it out here. It's just really pretty. And you feel like you're kind of in the middle of nowhere, but if you listen, you know, you'll hear the traffic from the road over there, and there are shopping centers and houses and everything all around it. So it's really an urban park, but it kind of doesn't feel like it when you're here, which is really nice. But yeah, so it's a beautiful day. It's probably 93 degrees outside, maybe a little higher. It's pretty toasty. And I'm here today in the Charlotte region because I'm giving a presentation to the Mecklenburg County Amateur Radio Society tonight. And yeah, so it's an excuse to play radio. I did have some other things to do today. I will not have a long time to do my activation today, to be honest. It is 4:15 right now, and they're closing at 5 o'clock, and they really do close the park. So I've already set up everything because I was just in a really push for time here at the very end of their day. So I set up everything kind of quickly. Some nice community gardens over here. And this is one of those sites. So they had mentioned that, you know, they're not just tasked with taking care of the history of President James Polk, but also, you know, they're tasked with being conservationists here on this site. So this is one of those sites. I mean, I asked them up front, because they're a state historic site, you should always, at historic or archaeological sites, ask about how you put up your antennas, because they prefer not having lines and trees here, because this is all part of what they are tasked with maintaining. So they really don't want lines and trees here. And I asked them about using a stake in the ground for my vertical, and they said no problem, especially since I asked. It's no problem at all. They're actually super accommodating. And they said over here it is not an issue. I don't think they'd want you to do it in some of the other portions of the grounds over here. But I'm off in the shade here. I have my simple setup. It's my KX2 and the Chelegans MC750. It is, I set it to 40 meters. I don't know if you can see this on the video or not, but I just put it to the 7 megahertz mark here. We'll see if we get any action on 40 meters. I have no idea. I just want to get 10 contacts if I can. If I can't, that's fine too. I'll probably come back here. By the way, I'm pretty sure, and maybe he can comment on this, my buddy Max, I think this is the park he activates the most because I think he lives pretty close by. Really nice little historic site. Okay, let's get situated here, and hopefully, the reverse beacon network will work today, and I'll get an automatic spot. Let's see here, let me just take a look at this and bring the radio over a little closer so you can see it. And let's turn this guy on, get my glasses out. I've kind of set up everything hypothetically, so it is going to be hard to see. There's just so much glare. There we go. This will be at a little bit of an angle, but maybe you'll be able to, nope. I'll leave it right there. I think you can see that okay. And here we go. Let's find a free spot. I'm not hearing a lot of activity. I'll go to 7063. Let me just double check and make sure there's nobody on that frequency on the park network. Check my spots. I normally go hunting if I'm looking at the page like this. Oh, there aren't many activators out there right now at all. time is it? I gotta get hammers out. Okay, so we're in the 20-hour mark. Come on, I want to hit somebody. It'd be great to work somebody here. I'm just running 5 watts. Ooh, let me take some photos while I'm thinking about it. I was a little concerned that there'd be a lot of QRM, but so far that does not seem to be the case. And that is a very welcome thing. Okay, let's see if I'm being spotted yet. If not, I'm going to spot myself. I'm not seeing it yet. Maybe the reverse beacon network. Nope, first beacon network's working. Okay, let's go ahead and spot myself. $68.48. Oh, now the RBM picked me up. Okay, well now I know it works. Okay, good. I don't want this to be a nail biter activation. I want to be able to get this done in a reasonable amount of time. I haven't checked though, and propagation's been so crap lately that it could be a really bad day to be doing this. Okay, I just sent my buddies a text, let them know I'm on the air. I told them I'd do that. I actually got a really good RBN report, 10 dB, which is not bad for 5 watts. But we may end up moving up the band here. And if I do that, I'm probably just going to tune this and not reposition the antenna. Save a little time. I missed that. Okay, got him. Okay, is that, was that an A? I couldn't remember if that was an A or a K. Okay, got him. The bands are wonky. Hear how his signal's going up and down? Hear how Brian's signal's going up and down? I know I'm fading just as badly, if not worse, on his side. Brian's such a nice guy. I'll take a picture while I'm doing this. Great to get Mike in there. Templeton, I call him. I should maybe move up the band. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Hang on, let's see. It's so hard. Am I hearing a P in there? Okay. Maybe I wasn't hearing. Okay. Okay, wait. Okay, done. Hear how the signal's going in and out? I love the sound of the cicadas here in the background. When you grow up with cicadas, it sounds like home anytime you hear them. I missed them when I lived in Europe. I thought I heard an F. Oh, that's who I heard before. It's my buddy Eric. I heard an F. I'll come back and ask for you. Got it, okay. Okay, I hope I didn't skip over you or... You know how the signal went from like really strong to down. Okay, I may pack it up soon. You know what I'll do? I'm gonna do something different. I am going to move up to the 17 meter band. Now here's my rationale. I've already got my park done. I've got 14 contacts, really nice contacts. I only have maybe 10 more minutes max because I really want to get out of here at least 5 minutes before. I don't want them worrying about me packing up or anything. You know, I want them to know that I'm going to be out of here on time because they have to close the front gate. I don't want to get in a pile-up situation. So just to kick around for another 5 minutes or a little bit more, let's go to the 17 meter band, which I suspect will be very dead. And just see if anybody's out there. I suspect not. I don't think I'll get anybody, but hey, who knows? Who knows? This is nice. So I had like a kind of a busy day. I drove down here in a bit of a rush. I had an appointment in town at like 2 o'clock. Got here just in time. Was there until about 3. And I drove here kind of straight through Charlotte. I had to drive to get here, and got here about 3:30, but ended up speaking to the staff for nearly 30 minutes. They were so wonderful. I just can't tell you how awesome it is at these little state parks. And I'd actually called in advance and spoke with Scott, one of the staff here, and so I talked to them about, you know, James Polk a little bit and the history, but mainly too, you know, they get a lot of activators here because they're one of the closest parks. They're the closest park I know of to Charlotte. If you look on the POTA map and you look at Charlotte, North Carolina, which is a very big metropolitan area, this is the one POTA site right here. So I think anybody that plays POTA in Charlotte has been to this site. It has been activated a lot. And they had some really, you know, good information. And I was asking them, hey, you know, do you want me to share anything, you know, when I do this video, in case somebody would want to come out to this park? And he just basically said, you know, we are kind of sensitive about our trees and stuff. You know, they were just saying they're tasked with kind of being, you know, custodians of more than just the history and the main building and some of the log cabins and things that are here, but also, you know, the trees and the grounds. And so sites like this, you don't want to put antennas in trees. And in fact, it's nicer to have just really low impact stuff. They kind of confirmed that they really love it when people come in and ask for permission to do an activation. Again, because this is a small historic site. I always do that at smaller sites. If it's a big state or national forest, I don't ask for permission usually, because they've got many recreation areas and things, and ones that I know are fine with it, I don't really worry about it. But small sites, I always want to ask. And they were just saying how much they really appreciate that, actually, just so they know someone's here, what they're doing and everything. And of course they always, you know, tell you absolutely go have fun. That's why the park's here. But it's just nice that they know that. And yeah, and they have a little small parking area out here, and it's not busy today because it's like 94 degrees or whatever. But they actually have a greenway nearby here, and so especially in the fall and the cooler times of the year, he said that parking area gets super crowded. And so if you're ever out here doing an activation and you're doing it mobile from your car, you want to make sure that you're only taking up one parking space and you're not intruding on other parking spaces. Sites like this that don't have massive parking areas, you know, that's also something that I'm kind of conscientious of when I'm doing an activation. Yeah, it seems like 17's as dead as I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be fun if I got one contact on here, but I thought if I moved up to 20 meters, there's that's probably the best band for today is 20 meters, not 40. Possibly 30 would be pretty good too. But I didn't want to get in a pileup situation or where a lot of people are calling me and then I have to cut them off. This park is not rare. If it were rare, then I would try to hit as many people as I can, but it is not a rare park, so just not necessary. Let's see here. Take some more pictures while I'm thinking about it. K4SWL's videos, you always get to see how the sausage is made. I'm looking forward to doing my presentation for the Mecklenburg Amateur Radio Society. I hope I'm getting your name correct there, by the way. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know if it'll be a very big group or not. Oh, it hasn't spotted me yet. Let me spot myself. Add spot. No, wait. I don't want to do that. I want to respot myself. Respot on... If it's bad enough the RBN isn't picking me up, though, it's probably not worth. There we go. Now I'm spotted. Well, was I? Yeah, I am spotted. Okay, I'm going to pack up here in 4 minutes. In fact, is there anything I can pre-pack up? There is nothing where I can pre-pack up. All of this stuff's here. You know it's a nice hot day in the south when you hear these cicadas going. I guarantee you, anyone who was born or lived in the southern, southeastern U.S., cicadas are just a part of life here. And actually, you know, you find cicadas all up, gosh, I don't know, I've heard them up in the Midwest and some other places too, but in the south, they're especially prominent. I love it. Absolutely love it. I also grew up, my grandparents lived next door to us, and it used to be a fairly rural place. It's growing up around it now, but he had a lot of chickens. I had chickens too at the house when I was growing up that I took care of as a kid. And I was used to hearing, you know, we'd have the windows open at night and I'd hear chickens in the morning, you know, roosters crowing, and I'd hear my chickens, and that to me always felt like home too. So whenever I'm around chickens, I just feel instantly at home when I hear chickens clucking, roosters crowing. I would love more than anything to have chickens at my QTH in the mountains of North Carolina, but our black bears make that nearly impossible. You can do it, but it takes more persistence with keeping them away than I'm willing to do. I'd have to put up a big, like 5-7 wire electric fence around them and everything, and Because we've had neighbors that have tried all kinds of, built really sturdy chicken coops, and black bears can just open up those things and get in there. No problem at all. Welcome to Chicken Talk on the K4SWL channel. You know me. You're just hanging out here with me as we're trying to do this activation. You know what? We're going to shut this down here in just a second. There's nobody on 17 meters. I didn't expect it, to be honest. I'll be happy with my 14 contacts. And we will turn this off. And I tell you what, I'll let you hang with me when I put up the antenna. How's that? So yeah, 14 contacts. This was great. This is a really nice 40 meter distribution. That's what I'd kind of expect. QSB was heavy. The fact that some of those strong stations would come in and then instantly just kind of disappear, that's telling me that QS Baker was high. Plus I'd respond back and hear crickets, basically, because it was so quiet. And a lot of that's the reason why is because the bands are just so rough. I think maybe I'll take some of this stuff in with me to the club tonight. I don't often do presentations in person. It tends to be via Zoom, mainly because it's all over the country and in other countries. I try to do, when people ask, I try to do presentations for amateur radio clubs if it fits in my schedule. I am coming up to a really busy period and I won't be able to do it for a little while. But because my family is going to get really crazy here in the next few months with my girls going back to school. Let me spot myself QRT since I can. QRT, done, bam. And now it lists me as QRT, so nobody else is going to try to work me. Okay, let's come around here and grab, I do love this antenna. It's so easy to put up. So I'll show you how I do this. Probably not the best way. I've actually, maybe I mentioned this in the last video when I used the MC750, but I actually think I'm going to work on a way to just put 4 bundles of wire that I put in figure 8. This is very nice and organized, and I like it, but I think I can deploy it even faster if I just put them in little figure 8 bundles, like I do some of my antennas and stuff. Yeah, very nice. I'll let these guys know I'm gone when I leave too. May buy something in their little store and see what they got there. Sometimes, I never mention this, but sometimes at little sites like this, I do try to buy something. Just a little something, if I can. Get some postcards, get some, photos or something if they've got them. I've gotten games for my daughters before when they were smaller. Of course, they'd like them now too. Just all kinds of little things like that. It's kind of nice. T-shirts. I don't have a T-shirt. Actually, I need to get a T-shirt from Fort Dobbs if they got one. I go there so often, especially the places I patron. I'm doing park activations out all the time. All these things let the staff know at a park that amateur radio operators are good people. When you're picking up after yourself, I looked around here, by the way, I didn't see any trash at this site. It is super clean. So let's get this off. Here we go. Grab the little 40 meter coil. We'll put this in here. The 40 meter coil goes in this little bag. I'm doing my best to hold this camera. I really need to get one of those like body cam things so that when I'm doing stuff like this, the camera kind of sticks with me. I'll leave that there for right now. I'll grab this, take this off. By the way, if they didn't want the spike in the ground, and in fact I gave them that option saying, hey, I don't even have to have the spike in here. I can use my little tripod that goes with this. And they're like, no, it's fine to use the spike. So they were cool with it. Which was great. Yep, they're taking down the flag. That's when you know that they're really packing it in. And now let's put up the feed line. And I'll just do a nice little figure eight on this guy. A really loose figure eight with the RG174. Do a really loose figure eight. Oh, I forgot. I ran it around the tree. So, here we go. Loose figure eight. And I just keep this in the Chelegans bag because this is what I use it for primarily. I actually made this. I had ABR make this for me. They have like a thing that you can go on, a tool that you can, well, actually I just asked them, make me one this way, and they gave me the price, and I bought it probably 2 years ago with the idea of using this for a dipole, but I haven't even used it for a dipole yet. Okay. There we go, and that's up. Sorry I didn't show putting up this antenna. I have shown this. It's kind of a boring antenna to watch go up, to be honest. It's just so quick and easy. There's not a lot to it. It's not like doing a wire antenna or something. Okay. Well, that was a lot of fun. Nice to have another park under my belt. I think my goal, loose goal this year, was to have a total of maybe 100 unique parks that I've activated in POTA, because I've never really paid attention to that. And I looked recently, I was like, I'm not too far away. That's like 90 maybe, or 89 or 88. So yeah, pretty reasonable goal. I think I can get, look at that. Some wasps have built in that. A lot of wasps have built in here. Boy, it's an active wasp nest. Look at that. This is not the type of sign you want to go up and start knocking. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today, for listening to my banter, and I hope you were enjoying this in the nice air conditioning of your home, or if you're in the southern hemisphere, hopefully it wasn't too cold while you're watching this. Maybe it's making you think of warmer days, but I've had a really good time, and I will be back. I'm going to come back to this park for sure. Maybe come down here sometime and do another activation when I'm in the Charlotte area. Now I know where it is, very easy to get to. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for all of your support on Patreon and through the Coffee Fund. It really, really means a lot to me. You have no idea. And just the fact that I get support, that you guys like this enough that you would support me, that's flattering enough as it is. But it makes all this possible for me to go a little further afield some days and to do more videos and more, you know, keep my gear up and keep the website going on qrpr.com. So thank you so much. Regardless, go out there, be kind to one another, take care, and until next time, 7 3s.